In this video, I am going to talk about Google Forms. First, log in with your Gmail account and either in the same tab or a different one, open forms.google.com. This opens an untitled form for you. Now you can provide a title to the form by editing untitled form. Now you can start adding questions. Simply type the question, select the answer type, make it a required question in case you don't want the user to skip this. Then click on plus at the bottom to add new question. Type your question, accept the suggestions if they are proper for you, make it again required if you want, and this way add as many questions as you want. From the Responses tab, we can decide if we want to accept the responses from the users or not by turning it on and off. When you go to the settings, you have different options to work with, but for now we'll go to the preview. The preview gives us a view of the form as it will appear to the user. In case you want to continue working with your form, click on Edit button at the bottom. Now we will go to the form settings. In the General tab, we can decide about collecting the email address of the respondents, and we can limit them to one response by selecting the appropriate buttons. From Presentation tab, we can show a progress bar to the respondent and give a confirmation message. From the Quizzes tab, you can make it a quiz and use the automatic evaluation features. You can release the mark immediately after submission or later manually. When you select Make this a quiz option from Form Settings, every question will now show additional button on the bottom left of the question. Clicking on that button, you can provide the number of points the question will contain. You can also provide the feedback to the respondent for the correct or incorrect answer. For a multiple choice question, you can also decide the correct answer and allot the points to it so that it can be automatically evaluated by Google Forms. You can provide the feedback for the correct answer as well as incorrect answer in case of multiple choice questions. After providing the evaluation related information to every question, click on Done. From the top of the screen, click on Send button to see the options for sharing. Go to the Link tab and then click on Shorten URL to make this URL short enough to easily remember it. Now copy it by clicking on Copy button. But before sharing, now let's change the theme of the form. Click on the Theme button from the top and select a color scheme or the theme color from here and click on Apply. The respondent also needs to log in from his email ID and then he will use the shared link to open the form. Of course, he has to open the form in a web browser. So this is how the form appears to him. Now he can answer all the questions. The mandatory questions will show the red asterisk after every question. After completing the form, he can click on Submit. Now if he tries to refresh the form or re-access the form, it will say you have already responded. Now let's come to the original form and see the responses. In the summary section of the responses, you can see the summary of the answers given by the respondent. From the Questions tab, you can go to each question, see the answer, and allot the points if you had not allotted it at the time of creation of the form. And you can also give the feedback for each answer you want to give. After you have made the necessary changes, remember to save by clicking on Save button. From the Individual tab, you will be able to review the responses from an individual by selecting his email ID. See the lock in the middle of the screen. This shows that a score is not yet released. Review everything, and when you are sure that it is evaluated properly, click on Release Score. This opens another screen with the list of respondents and their email ID. You can give a message along with the response, however, this is optional. Now select all the respondents or the ones to whom you want to release the scores. Now click on Send Emails and Release button. Now since the scores are released in place of lock, now you have the same button with a tick mark. You also get a written feedback. Now you can go to the responses options, from where you can get email notifications for new responses, or you can download it. You can access your form later whenever you want from your drive by selecting it and then opening it in any web browser of your choice. You can modify your form to add more questions, or you can make the desired changes. As you can see, we are working on the same form as if it is a new one, and we are getting all the options which we had at that time. So all the things are to be done in the similar way, and we can still continue to add the questions, add the feedback, decide the points, and do all sort of changes that we wanted to do. After making the changes, remember to save it. However, once you have completed your work, the form is automatically saved in your drive. When you click on the settings button, you have the options to review or change the settings of the form, make a copy of it, or move to new folder. Click on Move to New Folder to move it to a new location in your drive. Click on the folder with plus symbol on the bottom left of the screen and provide a new name to the folder. Then click on the button with tick mark in front of the name and click on Move Here. Your form will be moved to a new location. Click on Settings to add collaborators to your form, or go to the Form Settings. Make the necessary changes in the General and Presentations tab or Quizzes and save it. Click on Send button to send the form. Select the Link tab, shorten the URL and click on Copy. This link can again be shared with the people so that they can respond to your form.